like poop through a diarrhea-infected goose.
Duck, 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 duck.
Give a hook for the goose! Give a hook for the goose!
I think there are a few ways to define making it in a sport, and one of them has to be having a move named after you. And Scott and Tessa, you guys have the goose named after you guys, right? Or not named after you, because neither one's the goose. Which is pretty cool legacy to leave, right?
Yeah, it's neat. I mean, people kept coming to us with that move and saying that we look like the swan and something, so we tried to make it Canadian and the goose kind of
I
stuff.
wanted your names in there. You know where the name Salchow came from, right?
No.
Ulrich Salchow, Swedish skater, turn of the century. There was a guy named Alois Lutz, too. So I'm thinking, you know, like the move, you should have had your
More
name.
about skating than
Great to see you guys.
Good to see you.
You know, it's great. I'm a fan. I'm a fan of figure skating and a huge fan of your guys. And I thought you handled the silver medal in a way where you celebrated it almost like a victory. Like you won the silver, you didn't lose the gold. Is that correct?
That's what we tried to do. Our motto going onto the ice in Vancouver was, you know, we've worked so hard and we really just want to enjoy the experience no matter what happens. So we tried to keep that going into Sochi, and we did it. And no matter what result came out of it, we knew when we came off the ice how happy we were with our performance.
Do you always say we? Even when you're by yourself and you know someone says, "How you doing?" "Oh, we're doing pretty well."
It's a collective, which is odd when you're talking to strangers and they're trying to figure out, you
right.
know.
But when you're by yourself and it's nothing to do with figure skating.
Always we.
And you guys have been a we since I looked it up. I'm not a groupie or anything. 1997. You were 10 and you were 8. Is that correct?
Yeah. Something like that.
Yeah. Right. And that's a while.
It is. We're so lucky to have that longevity. I mean, it's quite rare. We grew up just 10 minutes apart, and we've skated together already.
Well, you're the big city girl in London, and you're the small town boy, right?
Yeah. Way out in the country.
What's it called again?
Ilderton.
Ilderton.
Beautiful place.
Hi to the folks in Ilderton.
Come to the Ilderton Fair in September.
So the coaching deal. So you had the same coach, obviously, as the Americans, but that was the case in Vancouver as well, right?
Correct.
So, and there was... Can you think of any other sport where that's happened? We were looking at it, you know, is there, you know, golfers who were in a playoff, say, who had the same coach, maybe the same putting coach, tennis players. I mean, it has to be kind of an individual sport like that. It's very unusual.
It is unusual. It happens in skating a little bit more frequently. I think it's nice to have that competitive atmosphere with your teammates, you know, so high energy, a lot of motivation. You know, when we showed up at the rink every day and saw Marilyn and Charlie working hard, it was really, you know, impossible for us to slack off. But
it's, I mean, Marina Zueva is her name, right? And she's been a figure skating coach for years. She's coached a lot of great Tanev, right?
Tanev and Ben,
right.
Gordy Van Grinkhoff as well.
Gordy Ivan Grinkov, really?
I mean,
wow, 1988.
Yeah.
You know, they were amazing, by the way.
Yeah.
Favorite ice dance pair ever?
Well,
don't be politically correct here. You got to give me. Oh, well, they're all great. We love them all. And
no, I'm not going to give you that.
Okay.
Honestly, for me, I'm a big Canadian fan, so we grew up watching Shannon and Victor, but, you know, I love DeBerry and Lauzon. They came right before us, and we're great friends with them, so they're probably up there for favorites for me.
Shay and Vic, for sure. I grew up just idolizing Shay, wanting to be just exactly like her.
So the coaching thing, I'm watching and I'm thinking, she's going to the Americans too happily. Like if you guys skated first, she's going over there. It was like she couldn't wait. And I'm getting mad. I'm watching. You know what? You got to at least sell it better. You know, I don't know. Like, am I wrong to have thought that?
No, I think, you know, we've heard a lot about, you know, the appearances there, and we knew what we were getting into. I mean, we've been with her for 10 years. Marilyn and Charlie have been with her for maybe 7 or 8.
Yeah, 9.
So it's nothing new, that dynamic. It's hard to take, of course, and, you know, now, after the fact, it's also hard not to have those doubts.
Right, because you would go back and watch, right?
Yes,
stuff,
exactly,
and you would see stuff that you hadn't seen before.
Yes,
right.
But we don't have any regrets. I think we're so pleased with our performances. It wouldn't have mattered who was standing with us at the boards. You know, we knew what we needed to do, and we're professionals.
People talk all the time about the judging, but and you know, it's prearranged or whatever. But isn't the truth in your sport, and I'm just talking about ice dancing, people very seldom screw up the way they would, you know, falling on a jump in pairs, for instance. That if you skate your best and say the Americans skate their best, the judges have decided in advance who they like and who they would give the gold medal to. Is that fair?
I think that's fair to say in our sport particularly, yeah. But now that, you know, we've been working and trying to evolve ice dance, it's a lot more athletic, and there's a lot more chance that you're going to go out there and make a mistake. It's very technically demanding, the timing of the lifts and so on. But, yeah, I think there's probably a predetermined winner.
Right. Okay. Look me in the eyes now and tell me, no matter what, I'm looking at her. I'm trying to bust you and get the truth.
I'm trying to get...
No matter what, you can get in the way.
Protecting her.
That's
Be
fine.
careful.
Yeah.
No matter what happens, no matter how bad you think it is, you can't talk about the officiating while you're still skating, because they'll make you pay.
Well, absolutely, and we can't really even think about it when we're taking the ice. We're so focused on
I'm talking
our
about
job.
afterwards. You can't go and, oh my God, we were robbed. Like, you just can't do that. I'm not saying that you were or that you thought that, but you have to be politically correct.
Yeah, I mean, it's a slippery slope, and mostly we just want credibility for the sport. You know, we don't want to have those rumors flying around. We don't want people talking about the controversy. We want them focused on,
of course,
ice dancing.
Controversy is healthy, though. It's fun to
true.
watch when, you know, as long as the Canadians are getting the benefit of the doubt, which we seldom seem to get. You guys stay right there. Do not move, either one of you. More with Tessa and Scott in a second.